Hello. Hello and welcome to Alone in the Universe. Windbag plays Elite Dangerous. Well, there's never knowing, never any telling what it's going to be like. But I'm glad you're here. Cow, spunk bobbing. It's Cherry Legend. Beast Zero. How do you do? Arapu, good morning. Jingle Galloway. We're not so alone in the universe. Well, speak for yourself. Good evening, how do you do, Arapu? Jingle Galloway, Beast Zero, I'm CDO, Zorn was right.
Started with a little better, figure it out. Started with a little better, figure it out. Started a little better way to figure it out.
Good evening, how do you do? Nothing bad can happen. Bismore is here. That's a 666 upside down. Fishy subscribed yesterday for the 23rd time. Monthly. Did you know that it's a Friday night now? Headed to space. I hope you can join. I'm so excited. I don't even know what's happening. 100 Satan infused. 100 Satan infused. I'm confused. 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 Bismore Zorn was right. Spot Bobbin put it on the roof with your crust of beast. Now and forever. Cherry Legend. Beast Zero. Fishies. Anonymous boobs. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Can you help me borrow your shoes? Your shoes. I'm so confused. No.
I'm CDO one time. Spunk Bobbin, how do you do? I'm so confused. I feel used.
I'm CDO.
Friday night now. Day of the week, quick song. Day of the week, quick song. Day of the week, quick song. Day of the week, strong. Day of the week, quick song. Day of the week, strong. Oh, day of the week, quick strong. Day of the week, quick strong. You're late.
It's a Friday once again.
Know what I don't understand, Chuck?
I don't understand. It's a Friday once again.
You know what I don't understand,
It's a
Chuck?
Friday once again.
Can't talk about it. Can't even talk about it.
It's a Friday once again.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
Greens, potatoes, tomatoes, greens, chicken,
I am.
You know what I don't understand, Chuck?
Gotta
You know what I don't
hanging
understand.
on a Friday night. Good to see you. I'm CDO. I disagree completely. Friday night now. Honestly,
know what
just
I don't
name it.
understand, Chuck?
Name it. Name it. Name it. Name it. Name it. Hey. I want a Muppet in you. I want a Muppet with you in space. Hey. I want a Muppet with you. You want a Muppet with me? Hey. You want a Muppet in me? I want a Muppet in you. Hey. You want a Muppet with me? Baby, when you Muppet with me. I said, hey. You want a Muppet with me? Baby, when you want a Muppet with me. Hey. You want a Muppet with me? Spot, pop, put it on the road one more time. Oh, Beast Zero, anonymous boobs, I just love your style. I'm CDO, swirly, curly, Friday night. Help me out, hanging out in space, alone in the universe. One more time, over and under. What do you get me? Survive one night in the deepest, darkest place. Crashing protons to spark the fire. I wish I had a feeling around. Baby, it's a Jerry legend, so it's a Jerry legend. You got a Friday night, put it on the roof. Spot bobbing in the woo, woo, woo. How do you do on a Friday night? That Arabu, cow, spot bobbing, swirly, curly, I'm CDO with your cow, pie, the Cherry legend Friday when you're voguing it out. You got a Friday night, look at your eye. I just can't wait, I just can't wait to take you to space, 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 take you to space. And the mayor returns. And the mayor returns. Vile is here. Oh, you guys. Oh my God. You guys. Awkward. Awkward, you guys. Awkward transition. Awkward transition. Okay. Well, maybe I'll go back here and just adjust the chat. Bringing the chat down. Doot, 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 doot. And I'll stick it right here. And I'll put it here. And then I'll stick it there. And then I'll there. And then there. And then there. Right on my face. And then there. And then there. And then there. And then there. And doesn't even matter. I guess people like seeing their name on the screen. That's part of the fun. Hi guys. Hanging out. Gazindagor. Gazindagor? I guess I can talk like this. Since I'm just in the hangar. And everything is fine. Alright. Checklist. Alright, I don't have my dry erase board, so I can't do a checklist if I can't make a checklist. So I guess imaginary checklist. Prepare the checklist for the checklist. I'm really hungry, but I'm not allowed to eat yet because, according to Side Host, I'm not allowed to open up my lunch until I'm quote unquote on the road. So I've got. That says windbag. It says windbag, but you can't tell. It smells good, and I know that he worked on it before he went to work this morning, and so I'm excited to go through it and eat my lunch, which I eventually will happen, but not now because Saito says I can't do it until I'm on the road. But that doesn't count for water and coffee, right? Doesn't count. That. So I'm going to take my water out because I know that he wants me to drink water. And then I'm going to take this out, which is coffee, because I need coffee. Oh, there's a note in here. Should I read it now or wait till we're on the road? Technically, I'm not supposed to open it until I'm on the road, so maybe I should wait till I'm on the road. Lunch head rules. Could have just wrote wind on it since it's already a bag. Thanks, Vile. Way to criticize my best friend as I'm about to be alone in the universe for like 3 hours. Very kind of him to share his big tube with everyone. Oh, well, thank you. Notes are dessert. My tattoo says the windbag. Hi, Bruce. Don't want to break the rules. Okay, so, all right, so I won't open it until I'm officially on the road. I'll put it right here. All right. Well, might as well get going. I really would like to pick a place that has a shipyard since I've been pretty bad in that department. So why don't I just head to Lung? I think that's where I'm headed, is going to Lung. Has Cytos rigged your ship to blow if he detects the food bag has already been opened prematurely? Spock Bobbin, no, he hasn't. I'm just trying to be nice to the guy. Okay, so Lung. There you go. I'm all set. So let's go. Let's just get out of here. I feel like I'm stuck in this Gazangador province, Gazingo, and I just want to get out of here. I want to go to Lung. Asgard. Yeah, there is an Asgaraj. All right, well, let's take a look at my map here, and please don't tell me that it's too far to jump. I really wanted to jump. Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah, totally jumpable. Totally jumpable.
Fail to complete the landing procedure within the allotted time. You must resubmit your docking request.
Well,
Landing coupler disengaged. Clear for departure.
efficacy, Spock Bobbin, great. Well, let's get out. I'm still landlocked by this.
Landing gear retracted.
And then we'll make our way to Lung. Target obscured. Classic.
Resume own navigation. Safe trip, Commander.
Oh, well, thank you. That's nice of them.
Thank you very much. We're excited. I'm really excited to eat lunch. Thanks a lot. Hi, Beast.
Hi, Beast Zero. How you doing? All right, well, let's just unlock it and then jump out there. Let's get out of there.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Let's go up there to Lung. Oh, that's the planet. I knew I did it. I knew I did it. Classic windbag.
That's just me. I'm just back. I'm not really visiting. I just did that thing where I'm supposed to not do that. Yeah. Sorry. I'm sorry. And I'm just going to unlock the destination and get out of here. Thank you very much.
Frameshift
How
drive
embarrassing.
charging.
How embarrassing. Are mass locker, landing gear, and cargo scoop your crewmates?
1.
Yeah.
Engage.
Hi, Jingo Galloway. All right, well, let's get out there. Let's get out there and get out of the range of that stupid-ass planet. Where is that fucking planet? I have to make sure that I avoid it. 'Cause apparently I have no idea what I'm doing. All right. Still feel I'm close to that planet, that I'm just going to pitch right into it again. Okay, yeah, I am, because it's right underneath me, I believe. Nope, don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, I'm on that dark side of that planet, which is a real... There it is. All right, now I should be safe to find it. All right, so now I can probably locate that. There it is. There's Lung. Okay. Okay.
Frameshift drive charging.
All right. Well, that'll be good. Came that tune. Hi, Biff Uranus. Prepare to be rich. Planet. Wait a second. Planet flight is finicky. Yeah, like the light fighter pilots, it will disappear if you're down in altitude. Negative numbers mean you're going down in altitude. Yeah. Thank you. That is where the wind for your windbag comes. Thank you. Thank you. I am excited to get to Lung. Okay. All right. Well, let's get down here and jump into FSS mode here. My orbital bodies. Do I have a nav beacon? And if I did, girls and bacon, it says. There is a nav beacon. Shall we go? There's a level 2. Oh, I don't want to. I don't want to mess around with that. I don't want to mess around with that. Well, let's see what we got here in this nice system. Coronal mass ejections. Okay. I can assume that would be pretty nasty. Okay, let's take a look at these ports. Hopkins Landing. I can't wait to eat my lunch. McAllister's Folly? There's got to be a good bar there at McAllister's Folly. Do we know if there's anything on that? Can we search? Is this McAllister's Folly? Oh, yeah, there we go. I could sure use a nice... There it is. Is that a shipyard? Bingo. Headed there. Let's go. That's what it is, McAllister's Folly. Yum, yum. It does take a lot of cajonis to have balls that big. Kevin McAllister's Folly. Hi, Whiskey-Eyed. Kevin McAllister's Mom's Folly. Watch out for the paint cans. Yeah, that's right. Hopkins Landing is the spaceport. Watch out. Cajono. Might as well speed up and get out there, right? Maybe this might be a nice time to put on a podcast. I'm not in any rush to get there. Yeah. I'm not in any rush to get there. Oh, but I better slow down. I'm pretty close to it, feels like. Easy, easy. Any plans for a Baron Harkonnen cosplay with Elite Dangerous? Better slow down. I hate overthrowing. Any direction you're going with this game? Trading, fighting, mining, exploring? High water, Lyman. What a nice thing to ask. I wonder how to answer that. What brings you in, Water Lyman? Were you browsing the category of Elite Dangerous and came upon this show? What's the MPG on this bitch? The answer is forking. Space Dalliance. The McAllisters follows the original title of Home Alone. I wonder how many viewers' only exposure to Winbag is his chill game streams. Yeah. I always do wonder that as well. Water Lyman, talk to us, please. Please, I'm alone in the universe. There it is. Pretty much nice to see new players learning the game. This is so nice. This is so nice to meet a new friend. This is your first Winbag stream. What a time. I wish I could orbit. I think I have got super orbit assist off, but I wish I could orbit. Is there a nice way to orbit? Is it on the other end? It's gonna do that thing where it's on the other end of the fucking planet, right? Water Lyman, I will show you. I'll give you a little tour of the show and I'll answer your question. What's wrong? Is that a sad face? Don't go. I just have to... Oh, it's a glad face. Oh, I see. Alright, well, hang on. Let me just land this sucker. And it's definitely on the other side of this planet. But I won't be fooled. I won't be fooled by it. I haven't been in here in ages, but I came specifically because I saw you were playing a video game and I thought it was unusual. Yes, it is unusual, Whiskey-Eyed. How are you? My uncle brought me here once and I always thought you were a pleasant fellow, so I've been a few streams, but never quite one like this. Yeah, this is a different stream. This is our 6th week. This is our 6th week of our Season 2 of Series 3, and so this is our finale week. So we're playing a little video games and just enjoying the cool vibes. But we'll have a nice regular old show tomorrow. And I'll tell you this, something else about tomorrow, which you might not know, is that we'll announce when our actual finale will be, which I believe will be Saturday night. I think is going to be our... Because I can't stream on Thursday. We don't stream on Friday. So Saturday night will be your next Friday night after tomorrow Friday night. I should have put a podcast on right away, and I should have gotten out my lunch. Now I'm regretting both of these things. But now, to be honest, I wouldn't want to be eating while Water Lyman comes in. I have a few minutes before my next meeting and came here. I'm not sure. Some fist bumps. So, Saturday. Yo. What's for lunch? You are technically on the road. Well, I know, but this was just a quick jump. And now I've got to land on this planet. And then, technically that is on the road. I should be able to eat my lunch at the planet while I... Oh, you know what? I can ask my hauler to get here. Send for my hauler. And then when my hauler's on the way, I can have a bite to eat, see what side host packed me, read his note. Hi, Efficacy, Whiskey-Eyed. And then Water Lyman, don't...
Flight engaged.
Orbital flight engaged. Thanks. I've got that. Thank you so much.
And don't leave Water Lyman, because I'll show you some of what I like to call the bells and whistles of the show. Imagine swapping lunches with Side Host. Well, Side Host made my lunch. And I think it was tuna. Oh, hi, water lemon. Why do I want to call you whiter lemon? Water lemon. Like a wide dabney. I am getting so hungry. Well, hey, Jingle Calloway. I'm getting so hungry. Where? I gotta get to this McAllister's Folly. I hope Sido's packed me a good lunch, because I will be tempted to purchase something at McAllister's Folly. I doubt Sidos wants you to go hungry. That's true. Are you actually hungry, or do you just need water? No, I am hungry. I've got no Big Mac water. What am I I'm not dropped. Please don't. Oh my God. I did not mean to do that. I got too close. All right. What a fool.
Frameshift drive charging. Ready to engage.
I thought it was a very nice approach. I really thought my approach was nice. I really don't want to do it again. Don't let me do it again. Please God, don't let me do it again. Oh no, I don't. I'm about to do it again. I mess up 50% of planet approaches. I never did get the hand of landing on planets. It's all about a slow, gradual march towards being competent, I think, for me. Million meters? McAllister's Folly, or is like a club sandwich with a baked potato on the side. That does sound good. All right. I can see we're getting closer. I feel like most people forget to engage their friendship drive and just cause so many problems in the world. Yeah, I lack the required patience. All right, here we go. Can I go down? Are you guys going to be mean to me? Going to be mean to me if we go down just a little bit? Don't be mean to me. Don't be mean, please. Okay, easy. Okay. We're close by. Yeah. Yeah, all right. Took me forever to figure out how to fucking land on the pads that there was like a direction they had to match every time. Oh my god, I almost died.
Orbital flight engaged.
All right, great. Thank you. Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Orbital flight engaged. We are happy to approach McAllister's Folly, and stand by for a request to dock.
This is the weirdest Uber Eats delivery I've ever seen. I disagree completely. I move autospace landing and immediately put it back in. Oh well, I just wanted to put in fun things in there. You know what I mean? I wanted to use that slot. You had to deliver a pizza to somebody in Death Stranding. Come on, there we go. I can see it. All right, I'm putting my lights on.
How you doing, McAllister's Folly? We're coming in. We're going to request docking shortly as soon as we get in range. Hope you're having a fabulous day. I host a Twitch show on. We stream it on YouTube and all that kind of stuff. We're going to slow down here. Seems like we're really coming up strong. Approaching you on McAllister's Folly. Beautiful, by the way. If I don't mind saying so myself, really gorgeous place.
Delay C, Golf Romeo Alpha, comms link online. Regulate your approach speed and submit to security scans if you are required to do so, Commander.
Okay, I will. I hear you. We're just, we sort of take an approach towards comedy on this show that is more traditional. Not sure if it's your kind of thing. I can show you some clips when I get down there. But thank you, McAllister's Folly. We'll be there.
These guys are going to love me in McAllister's Valley. Although I would like to approach a little bit faster. 10, what is it? 9, 7, 6. Okay, my God, Jesus.
McAllister, I'm trying to request docking. Seems like you're moving away. It seems like you keep, closer I get, the farther you get. Okay, I'm just kidding. I'm going to request docking very shortly.
All right, there we go. All right, there we go. Let's do it. Let's request docking.
Authorization cleared. Your assigned landing pad is number 17.
Copy that, McAllister's Folly. That's 17. I'll see you soon.
I hope they have it. I do hope they have macaroni and cheese. I am very hungry. But I don't want Sidos to be upset that I didn't eat his thingy. Nice city. Dear Air Traffic Control, please follow and sub. If Space had good intentions to land our own ship, we wouldn't have given us auto landing cancels. I know, but I really want to like put modules in there, limpets and stuff.
5,000 meters from touchdown.
Copy that. 5000.
I got a message. Nice. Well, I'll read that when we get down. I want to focus on landing pad 17, which I guess is that maybe right over there.
Copy that. 5000. Coming in on landing pad 17.
Easy, 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 easy. Must be behind me. Is it behind me now? I don't want to hit that building though. Did I overshoot it?
Don't mind me, McAllister. Just trying to find the landing pad here. You got a beautiful city. First time getting a little turned around. I'll be there at 17 shortly.
Is it over there? It's all over there. All right, they're gonna hate this. I'm gonna get a fine, but I don't care. Money's money, right? I live to spend it.
Don't mind me, just gonna do a buzz fly of the tower here. Beautiful city here. It looks like it's a Federation, kind of aligned with the Federation. I'll be sure to be good, and maybe we can strike a deal or do business. Thank you, McAllister. Headed to 17.
Looks like your lunch got you in trouble. This is why we installed all in it. The game thinks it's funny to hide the landing pad. You see the blue dot on the little... Okay, all right, Vile. Sidos did his horse-killing tools in the bag. Doesn't take a lot of tools to kill a horse, guys. Compass will point towards the pod. Thank you, Water Lyman.
All right, McAllister, we found your 17, but we're approaching at a speed of 13 knots. And we see there's 7 minutes to 7 minutes and some change to do it. We're gonna land it right now.
Oh, look at that cold foam. Look at that cold foam. All right, guys, you get to see me land here, which is always, as anybody who knows the game, is a complete horseshit show, unless you somehow are a genius. Come on.
Warning, deploy landing gear.
Sorry about that, McAllister. We got it down the... Yeah, landing clear deployed on... headed into 17. Give us... we may need a little bit more than that. 5 minutes, but we'll let you know. Still a new plan... Oh, look at this. Oh, my God, giant bomb.
Oh my God, giant bomb. Oh my God, giant bomb. What is giant bomb doing? Dude, Backler was the unfaller. Look, someone's in 17 right now. I'm 17.
This is a no-stop zone, Commander. Loitering will not be tolerated.
Isn't this 17? Am I at 8? What? Okay. Where am I? Where's my ship? Where's my ship? Get me out of this. Get me out of this. Wow. Ship destroyed. Beckler. All right, hold on. Let's see what's going on here. All right, let's clear up this horrible mistake that's happened with the show. Hold on. Are you aware of this whole situation we have with Giant Bomb? I am aware of this Giant Bomb situation, and I was wondering, by the way, have you eaten your lunch yet? I haven't eaten my lunch yet. Good to see you, Big Deeps. What's going on? Spock Bob and B0, Rich Bad at Games. We've got Giant Bomb with the follow. Giant Bomb. Now, I thought we were feuding. I thought we had beef. I actually did think we had beef. Why are we... So are we saying that we don't have beef with Giant Bomb? That's a great. I thought it was not. So is the beef resolved? Is a beef resolved? Because I was aware that on voicemail dump truck that my voicemails were not played. That yes, guys, and I don't mind saying that right now. Giant Bomb. Okay, great. Oh, the humiliation of all this. This is a humiliating moment. You know, this show has reached new low tonight, guys. You all were here for it. You guys were all here for it, and we are live. Giant Bomb does it to us again. Giant Bomb does it to us again. And thank you very much, everybody. Thank you, Arm Studios. I'm reminded deeply, guys. I am reminded deeply. Thank you so much, everybody. Guys, I'm telling you. Guys, thank you, guys. Okay, we are live, you guys. We are live right now. Oh my God, we're getting all these old follows from all these. Now, these people, we assume, are the people who had unfollowed before because they were staying loyal to Giant Bomb. Yeah, staying loyal to Giant Bomb. And so BWOV said that Jan did. Okay, Zorn was right. Now, we didn't reach out for them. We assumed that it would be enough. You know, that that I was still under the protection and umbrella, influence of Giant Bomb. But we thought no, that relationship was gone. And then they followed. Right. Cowards, right? Cowards, straight cowards. And okay, efficacy. All right. But it turns out it was all a dream. But it turns out it was all a dream. Good evening, everybody. And efficacy, what are you doing? Nothing bad can happen on a Friday night. You heard me.
Number 1, number 2, coming in hot, baby. That was number 18. Number 18.
Friday night, all day, all week, strong. Still I'll find you, and you know it's all you need in your Friday night. You'll Steve you and you hanging on your seat when you make some cinnamon rolls on Friday night. It's very important that you cultivate this relationship. Good evening, everybody. We also agree that it's very important that we cultivate, we focus the relationship on restoring. Is dignity the word? Dignity is not the word, no. But isn't it dignity? Integrity. No, it's not integrity. No, it's what? Loose affiliation. You're basically adjacent to the adjacent. I'm can I talk to you for a second? What is it, Windbag? I'm sub-adjacent. Is that what it is? Is that what we've been reduced to on a Friday night? Sub-adjacent. Now, that's not bad. Many people are not even adjacent. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you very much, everyone. I like that one more. So we're sub-adjacent. Game that tune. Guy, are you okay with that? Let me ask you guys. Are you okay with that? I like the days when I was just adjacent, not sub-adjacent. Sub-adjacent. Does that come with Italian dressing? French dressing, actually. It's quite rare, but it does. French, I'll take it. They didn't play my amazing voicemail, but the Juggalos? No. We don't want to get anybody over there in trouble. Somebody unfollowed. That's Windbag. No, nobody unfollowed. Nobody unfollowed. It's just a thing. No, somebody unfollowed. Somebody decided that this show wasn't Giant Bomb worthy. This feels a little adjacent. The mental weight bunch of Chill Game Stream to Loud Game Show is the equivalent of Fred being helmet and getting back together. Back together, you guys. Jesus Faces is here. Jesus Faces.
Jesus Faces! Jesus Faces! Around the corner you can find me. I'll wait for you, baby, for a limited time. You put it on the roll. You know it. Bartender. Yeah. Oh, Bart. All right, now listen, guys, please. I think the worst is over. And I think everyone who's come in here just to say a quick hello has now left. Thank you. Thank you for those hellos. Thank you to Giant Bomb for the re-follow. Thank you to Vile, Rich Vada Games, Jesus Funches. No, I never thought that Giant Bomb ever really unfollowed. But I'm never one to miss the opportunity for a long, drawn-out fake bit. You know what I mean? Yeah, for a long, drawn-out fake bit. Yeah. BWOV, Duchens, Rich Batted, I Disagree, Tom Toms with Jesus Face and Vile. How do you do, Tom Toms? Yeah. All right, should we go back? I guess I gotta buy my goddamn ship again. Not that I'm a good video game player at all. Where are they gonna put us? Where are they gonna...
Where are they going to put us? That's the thing. They're probably going to stick us in some hellhole, some dirty-ass hellhole. Oh, my God. Choose an option. Well, what are the options? Where do you want to put me? At the Pillar of Fortitude? Am I really back at the Pillar of Fortitude? Where's Oh, my God. Yeah, I'll buy all that shit back. I'll just buy it all back. Oh, I got a fucking creditor's loan. Oh, my God. Yeah, I'll purchase it. I'll purchase it. Thank you very much. That's fine. It's fine. Just... I want to purchase it. I want to purchase it, goddammit. What a disaster. Pillar of Yeah, here I am again at the Pillar of fucking Fortitude. This prison. God. Unbelievable. The real Pillar of Fortitude? All the way back fucking here? Is this Fortress of Solitude sub-adjacent to the Pillar of Fortitude? The real Pillar of Fortitude was the friends we made along the way. Bernard was very adamant about what he wanted his star to be called. Oh my God. I didn't want to buy anything at the shipyard, cow. I wanted to get my other ship sent to me. And now I'm all the way fucking out. God, Jesus. What starport services do we have here? We do have a shipyard. Well, good. Send me the fucking ship. And so I can... Where's my other fucking ship? Yeah. So, do I have any money? I can't sell remote ship? I'm not selling my fucking ship. All right. So, disaster has struck the show. Well, let's just store all of our modules because... No, I'm not doing that. We'll store all of our modules, and what we'll do is we will pick up a courier task, head in the direction that I wanted to go, plot a new course, and just move on with our lives, okay? All right. We're just going to move on with our lives. Here we are in space prison. You know, I should have known that the game was too complex that I could just think I could play it without having to focus, but it really requires a lot of focus. You can't take your mind off of it, because if you take your mind off it, excuse me. Now, do I have Super Cruise Assist? Yeah, go ahead, put Super Cruise Assist back on there. It's free, right? It's going to be free to transfer it? How long is it going to take? How long? 6 minutes? Yeah, I'll do 6 minutes. And it's on its way. It's in transit, right? Super Cruise Assist? Yeah, it's in transit. All right. Well, might as well take a look at what Cytos... Hi, Trafcom. Dangerous is the title for a reason, I guess. Keep it rolling. Hi, Trafcom. Hey, guys. Anybody joining us from Giant Bomb? Anybody stick around? Nice to see you. Thanks for being here. We're in our week finale, our finale week. And so I'm playing some Elite Dangerous during the day as a tone shift. But the stress is real. Side bottom, put it on the roof. Travcom, hi, Windbag. Happy finale week. Thank you, Travcom. Rich Baddock Games. Hiya. Thanks for the raid, Giant Bomb. I yell now. All right, optional, internal, core internal. I'm going to keep all that stuff. These guns, are they... I mean, I don't care. What's my weight now? I am a little bit of weight. I'm a little bit weight conscious right now. I'm okay. And I should be unladen. That's what I'm hoping, is that I am unladen. Ship range, unladen. Okay, yeah. So 7.76. I'd really love to get it up to that 8. Would be really great. So let's see if we can get it up to that 8. Might as well take a look at it won't. See, if I'm just doing courier, stuff, then that's not going to take up. So I might as well remove that cargo rack. Might as well remove it. Put it in storage. Planetary approach suite. And then what? Ship's external equipment. Yeah, might as well take this goddamn thing off. I was doing so good. All right, let's take a look now. 7.9. All right, that's close enough. That's close enough. The game is pretty chill unless you do combat. Yeah, I really do love the chill aspect. I don't give a shit about combat. I always hate it. It's free on Amazon Prime at the moment. What? I've been curious about this game, but never got around to play it. It's free? Well, it's a great game. I really enjoy it. All right, so we got it up to 7.9, which I hope is good enough for something. And I'm gonna go in a different direction. Windbag hates murder. I just hate the stress. I just want to chill. I just want to exist in space. Oh, no missions? Oh, cool. Thanks a lot, man. All right, Governor Garfield Bullock. How's my guy Lee Rung Woo doing? Lee Rung Woo? Lee Yong Ru. Current command capital reserve calculated 50, no extra fortification. This will convert to a balance of negative 235 next cycle. Our experts predict that should current fortification expansion efforts succeed, Lee Rung Woo is heading towards a CC balance of negative 97 next cycle. I can't wait until I get to the point of the game where I can understand what that means. No spoilers. All right. So, Jesus. So let's take a look. 8 light years gets us where? Yeah, let's get Wolf 349 or Ad Leonis. What's that look like? Show me Ad Leonis. I said, show me Ad Leonis. Show me Ad Leonis. Okay. That's where it is? Right here? Alright, well then where am I? Oh, it wants me to go. Oh, Ad Leonis is up from me? I don't know if I want to go up. It's actually the opposite direction I want it to go. You sure that was Ad Leonis? Can I bookmark it? Yeah, bookmark it. Do I? I thought I had all the filters. I thought I had all the filters up. I thought I did. There's Ad Leonis. All right, show me Ad Leonis. Right there. Yeah, it wants me to go up. Well, unless you can convince me that it's a good idea, I want to go and then show me Ad Leonis in respect to this place. Oh, that's pretty much the opposite direction I want to go. Because I want to go, I'd like to head there. That's kind of the goal. But then again, if you can give me a good reason why I want to go to Ad Leonis, maybe because then it can get me back to there, which is what? Groombridge? Greensbank? All right. I mean, I'm just so pissed off about it that I definitely don't want to go the other places. So the places that I've already been, because I'm like, what am I doing it? What am I doing this for? So might as well just. You still want me to jump to Damata though? I guess that's inevitable. No, I shouldn't have to. I should just be able to go. Let's just go. Let's just go. It's been a disaster. Let's just go. Now, the only question is there any place around here where I can pick up a mission? You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't think so. Any place where I can pick up a mission. Yeah, any place. Anything over here, Jenna? Shipyard, outfitting. No, disabled faculties. What does it mean when it says disabled faculties, guys? Anybody know? It says faculties, then disabled faculties. Why? Why? Why does it say disabled? Why do they even bother to show it? Well, it has all that stuff, but I can't access it, right? Well, I don't get it. Why is it disabled? Is it because I'm not of the faction in this area? They don't like me? I'm like a... All right, well, let's just go. Let's just go. This has been a terrible experience.
Landing gear retracted.
Thank you, Pillar of Fortitude, for those. That's an amazing time being your prisoner. I really appreciate it. We're gonna see ourselves out of here. Very sad, very sad. Now in debt.
3, 2, 1, engage. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage.
I didn't wait to pick up my. Oh my god. I didn't wait to pick up the my super Christmas, unless they just. I don't think I loaded it on. Okay. Now, if there are people who play the game who are around for questions, I do have a question, because one of the things I really don't understand is the navigational beacon. When I go there and I feel like I scan it and I swear nothing happens, so I'm like, I swear I'm doing it wrong, and it makes me feel so sad every time. Any facilities? Planets. Nav beacon, you have to look at it for a little bit until the blue sentence in the top right or navigate. Oh, okay. Then you get it. So that's it? I don't have to activate any of my scanners? Any of my wall-mounted scanners? My whatever? Specifically, the nav beacon is not where the like orange circles, but the white dot on your map near it. Specifically, then you get access to all the pings of events in system. Yeah. Well, thank you, Cacao. That is helpful. All right, let's see. Well, let's see if we can. Does it have one? Well, I could sure use some sort of habitable planet to go to. Maybe. Well, I guess I should pick a place. I mean, it's frustrating because I still don't feel like I'm on the road yet. You know? I still feel like I'm just covering my ass. Like, I have podcasts I want to listen to, and Saito's packed me a lunch. Well, that was stupid. But it was nice. It was stupid, but it was nice. Hi, Gregular. Thank you guys for coming to this chill space exploration show. Space is pretty chill. It is, Spunk.
Usually the two coincided when battlefield victory provided an opportunity to loot the defeated. Persecuted religions, the victory over the Black Khitan gave Genghis Khan complete control over the Silk Route between the Chinese and the Muslims. He now had vassal states among the Tangut, the Uyghurs, the Black Khitan, and the northern Jurchid lands. And although he controlled neither the primary production area of the Sung dynasty nor the primary purchasing areas in the Middle East, he controlled the links between. With his control over large amounts of Chinese trade goods, he saw tremendous opportunities for trade with the Muslim countries of Central Asia and the Middle East. In 1219, With many military and commercial accomplishments behind him, Genghis Khan neared 60 years of age. As Juvayni describes, he had brought about complete peace and quiet, and security and tranquility, and had achieved the extreme of prosperity and well-being. The roads were secure and disturbances allayed. He seemed content to live out his days in peace, to enjoy his family and horses, and to bask in the new prosperity he had brought to his people. He had far more goods now than he could possibly use or distribute to his people, and he wanted to use this vast amount of new resources to stimulate trade. In addition to the thriving supply of traditional Asian goods, other commodities sometimes trickled in from the more distant and exotic western lands of the Middle East. The Muslims in that part of the world produced the finest of all metals, the magnificent gleaming steel. They had cottons and other fine textiles, and they knew the mysterious process of making glass. The vast area from the mountains of modern Afghanistan to the Black Sea fell under the power of the Turkic Sultan Muhammad II, whose empire was called Khorizm.
Whoa.
Genghis Khan wanted these exotic commodities.
Did you hear that?
And toward this end, he sought a trading partnership.
So this
with
is
the
a really
Sultan.
crappy book on tape. It's really
The French historian Péty
I don't like
explained
it.
Genghis Khan's
It's so
situation
pretentious.
at the time. This emperor, having nothing more to fear either from the east, west, or northern parts of Asia, endeavored to cultivate a sincere friendship with the king of Khorizm. He therefore, toward the latter end of this year, 1217,
It's okay.
sent
I don't
three
mind it.
ambassadors to him with presents to ask that their people might trade together with safety and find in a perfect union with one another that repose and plenty which are the chief blessings that can be wished for in all kingdoms. To negotiate a trade treaty and formalize their commercial relations, Genghis Khan sent an envoy to the Sultan of
Yeah,
Khorizm.
this guy bothers me a little bit.
I have the greatest desire to
Also,
live
the
in peace
writing
with you.
is a little bit
I shall look on you as my son.
highfalutin.
For your part, you are not unaware that I have conquered North China and subjected all the tribes of the north. You know that my country is an ant heap of warriors, a mine of silver, and that I have no need to covet other dominions. We have an equal interest
nothing on
in
here?
fostering trade between our subjects.
What am I doing right now?
With some suspicion and reluctance, the Sultan agreed to the treaty. Since the Mongols themselves were not merchants, Genghis Khan turned to the Muslim and Hindu merchants already operating in his newly acquired territories of the Uyghur. From among them, he assembled 450 merchants and retainers, whom he sent from Mongolia.
What is it? Disneyland Pimp, you want to know about this Star Wars guy ranking obscure aliens? No. That sounds funny though. Okay, so I just gotta get out of here because it's like this is just killing me. So yeah, let's just get out of here. Let's just go to a different place. Let's just go as far as we can. I don't care where it is.
Frameshift drive charging.
I don't care anymore. I'm opening my food from Cytos. I don't even know. Do I even have my fuel scoop? I'm not even sure. Let me see. Do I have it? cargo suit. I don't think I even have my fuel scoop installed. Who am I? I'm so fast. I am so fast. Where? Nothing's here. Shadow of intent. Anything in this thing? No, disabled. So just get out of here. Just more places just to... I'm going to run out of fuel. I'm going to run out of fuel. And die again. Which way did I go? Oh, so... Well, okay. So I want to go... Yeah, let's go that way. Just, why not? Doesn't matter. Go ahead.
Frameshift drive charging. Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, this is a really nice lunch that Saito's made. It's got cheddar and caramel corn. Okay. There better be shit on this place. Okay, there's a navigational beacon. Let's go over there. Compromised navigational beacon. Cheddar and caramel corn? Yeah. Anything? Oh my god, please. What is this? No, it's not. It's not a... It's a... What about this place? No. Alright, what about... Surely this will be a place that they'll have something on there. What is it? God, I really wanted to go to McAllister's Folly. Nope, doesn't have anything. Is there another place on there? Oh, here. Nope. What about this place? Got it. Thank God. All right. Let's go. Okay. Okay. Now let's see what Saito's comes with little forks, knives and fork, and he wrote a note. Oh, so chips and crackers. Chips and crackers. And then what's in here? Let's see. And then in here is, oh, a nice little, oh, that looks very pretty. Nice little salad with a big scoop of tuna salad. I knew he was cooking tuna this morning. And he left a note here. Let's see. I have to try some of this. I'm so hungry. So he left a note and he gave me coffee and water and he said, "Wimbag, I'm so proud of you for taking the initiative and going out to space." That's nice. "I'm glad you're doing what you love." I hate when people say that. Good luck with that. I hate people who say that as well. "Maybe you can find a way to do a show out there." Well, I don't know how you do it. Whoa. Oh, great. Jesus Christ.
Warning. Temperature critical. Hull integrity compromised. Scan detected.
Frame shift drive.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Yeah, they were upset.
Mongolia to Horizm with a caravan loaded with the luxury commodities of white camel cloth, Chinese silk, silver bars, and raw jade. He sent an Indian at the head of the delegation with another message of friendship to the Sultan, inviting trade so that henceforth the abscess of evil thoughts may be lanced by the improvement of relations and agreement between us, and the pus of sedition and rebellion removed. When the caravan entered Horizm in the northwestern province of Otrar, now located in southern Kazakhstan, the arrogant and greedy governor seized the goods and killed the merchants and their drivers. He had no idea what a grievous response would follow. As the Persian observer Juveni explained, the governor's attack
Yes, we are.
not only wiped out a caravan, it laid waste a whole world. Hearing of the episode, Genghis Khan sent envoys to request that the Sultan punished the local official for the attack. Instead, the Sultan rebuked the Khan in the most publicly dramatic and offensive manner he knew. He killed some of the envoys and mutilated the faces of the others, whom he sent back to their master. It only took a few weeks for word of the rebuke to fly across the steppes and reach the Mongol court, where, in the words of Juveni, the whirlwind of anger cast dust into the eyes of patience and clemency, while the fire of wrath flared up with such a flame that it drove the water from his eyes and could be quenched only by the shedding of blood. In anger, humiliation, and frustration, Genghis Khan withdrew once again to his mountaintop of Burhan Khaldun, where he uncovered his head, turned his face toward the earth, and for 3 days and nights offered up prayer, saying, "I was not the author of this trouble. Grant me strength to exact vengeance." Thereupon he descended from the hill, meditating action and making ready for war. Chapter 5. Sultan versus Khan. War, for the nomadic people, was a sort of production. For the warriors it meant success and riches. Sechin Jagjid, Essays in Mongolian Studies. Genghis Khan set out to the west, heading for Khorazm in 1219, the year of the rabbit, and arrived with the following spring in the year of the dragon, when he crossed the desert to suddenly appear deep behind enemy lines at Bukhara. Before the year ended, the Mongols had taken every major city in the Khorazm Empire, and its sultan lay abandoned and dying on a small island out in the Caspian Sea, where he had sought refuge from the relentless hounding by Genghis Khan's warriors. The Mongols carried the fighting deeper into the new lands, and in a campaign of 4 years, they conquered the cities of Central Asia as though swatting flies. The names seemed to run together in a numbing sequence of syllables in a dozen languages. Bukhara, Samarkand, Otra, Urgench, Babur, Banakat, Khorzhd, Merv, Nisa, Nishapur, Termez, Herat, Bamyan, Ghazni, Peshawar, Kazvin, Hamadan, Ardabil.
Oh, efficacy, good!
Tabriz,
Good!
Tbilisi, Derbent, Astrakhan. The armies of Genghis Khan crushed every army wherever they found them. From the Himalayan mountains to the Caucasus Mountains, from the Indus River to the Volga River. Each conquered city had its own story that followed a mildly different course of events, but the results never varied. No city withstood their onslaught. No citadel survived untaken. No prayers could save the people. No officials could bribe or talk their way out of submission.
Snurble!
Nothing could slow,
Hi,
much less
Snurble.
stop the Mongol juggernaut. By riding against Khorazm, Genghis Khan attacked a newly formed kingdom only 12 years older than his own Mongol nation. But he attacked not just an empire, but an entire ancient civilization. The Muslim lands of the 13th century, combining Arabic, Turkic, and Persian civilizations, were the richest countries in the world, and the most sophisticated in virtually every branch of learning, from astronomy to the mathematics to agronomy and linguistics, and possessed the world's highest levels of literacy among the general population.
No,
Compared with Europe
I'm
and
not.
India, where only priests could read, or China, where only government bureaucrats could, nearly every village in the Muslim world had at least some men who could read the Quran and interpret Muslim law. While Europe, China, and India had only attained the level of regional civilizations, the Muslims came closest to having a world-class civilization, with more sophisticated commerce, technology, and general learning, but because they ranked so high above the rest of the world, they had the farthest to fall. The Mongol invasion caused more damage here than anywhere else their horses would tread. Just as in northern China, when the formerly nomadic Khitan, Jurchid, and Tangut tribes ruled over peasant populations, across the Middle East, the formerly nomadic Turkic tribes, such as the Seljuks and the Turkoman, had conquered and ruled various kingdoms populated mostly by farmers. A series of Turkic states, dominated the political landscape from the territories of modern-day India, Pakistan, and Afghanistan, across Persia, and into the heart of the Anatolia region of modern Turkey along the Mediterranean. The civilization of the area rested on an ancient bed of Persian cultures, heavily augmented by influences from the Arab world, and from earlier classical civilizations from Rome to India. The cultural mosaic of the Middle East included sizable minority populations of Jews, Christians, and other religious and linguistic groups. Overall, however, the scholars, judges, and religious leaders spoke Arabic and quoted the Quran. The soldiers spoke the Turkic dialects of their warrior tribe. The peasants spoke and sang in the many dialects of Persian. Despite the wealth of the area at the time of Genghis Khan's sudden appearance, the complexity of its social life left its many kingdoms riven with political rivalries, religious tensions, and cultural hatreds. As an upstart Turk, the Sultan of Khorasan could scarcely claim any allies among his fellow Muslims, mostly Arabs and Persians, who looked upon him as little more than a barbarian conqueror himself. Relations between the Sultan of Khorasan and the Arab Caliph in Baghdad were so strained that, according to several chronicles, the Caliph supposedly petitioned Genghis Khan to attack the Sultan by sending him a secret message tattooed on a man's head, who then passed undetected through Khorasan territory to reach the Mongols. Although apocryphal, the story of the tattooed messenger circulated widely in the Muslim world and conferred a certain legitimacy on Genghis Khan's war against the Sultan for those Muslims looking for a religious reason to side with the infidel against a Muslim Sultan. According to a possibly true story, the Caliph further aided the Mongol attack by sending Genghis Khan a gift of a regiment of crusaders captured in the Holy Land. Since Genghis Khan had no need for infantry, he freed them, and some of them eventually made their way home to Europe, with the first rumors of the previously unknown Mongol conquerors. In addition to the strains with his Muslim neighbors, the Sultan of Khorasan faced numerous divisions within his own lands and family. The Sultan quarreled constantly with his mother, who held virtually as much power as he did. And the threat of a Mongol invasion heightened their disagreement on everything, from how to run the empire to how to prepare for war. It was her brother who had seized the first Mongol caravan that precipitated the war, but in refusing to allow her son to punish him and thereby avoid war, she exacerbated the tensions with the Mongols. If the stresses within the ruling family were not menacing enough, the masses of Persian and Tajik subjects showed little connection to their rulers, and even less to the Turkic soldiers who were stationed.
Yeah. We started the game and immediately flew into a wrong landing pad and were murdered, and then had to go all the way back. And so I haven't felt like really I've gotten to explore space at all. And it's just been really frustrating. Hi, Flea. They take parking seriously. Yeah. Don't forget to get your parking validated. How you doing, BWOV? I've got some really delicious tuna salad, saltines, cheddar and sour cream chips, and a little spinach salad with feta and balsamic. Plus, and for dessert, I've got caramel and cheddar corn. And I've got a little thermos of coffee, because I'm space traveling. Flea, I made the most amazing thing. It was a bunch of dill and a bunch of parsley with some mayo, a little bit of ground mustard, a little onion, olive oil, a little splash of apple cider vinegar. Oh my God, it's so good. No, we don't have a shipyard. So, but you can still mail me my modules, right? Where's a fucking shipyard? What? All right, let's just enjoy it. And that sounds good. Mine was just tuna, mayo, mustard, onions, and pickles. Oh, I like it. I wish I had pickles. Untoasted bread, very good. I don't have any bread, so I just sort of improvised. Look at all that Gendala. So where the fuck am I? Do you think the other fish can smell them underwater? What? Tuna? Oh, you mean because they're so smelly? I think most fish are just smelly inherently. Yes, dill is really good. Wouldn't you say most of quote-unquote organic material in the future is going to be synthesized? This is going to be way cheaper and just as good to eat like fake pig rather than real pig. Dill is, I'm telling you. Yeah, so we're not lasting that long, Cow says. Well, not with that attitude. Oh, and my coffee? And my coffee's got a little drip of concentrated hazelnut syrup, splash of allspice, like pinch, like very, very small pinch of allspice, pinch of nutmeg, pinch of cinnamon. All right, well, God, I'm so pissed off. Well, let's make the most of it. You know, let's make the most of it. I mean, like... I mean, sure, I feel like an idiot. But what are you gonna do? Bye, Flea.
stationed in their cities to exploit them rather than defend them. In turn, the soldiers had minimal vested interest in protecting the lands where they were stationed, and they showed little inclination to risk their lives to save people whom they despised. When Genghis Khan dropped down on the cities of Khorasan, he commanded an army of about 100,000 to 125,000 horsemen, supplemented by Uyghur and other Turkic allies, a corps of Chinese doctors and engineers, for a total of 150,000 to 200,000 men. By comparison, the Khorasan ruler had some 400,000 men under arms across his empire, and they were fighting with the home advantage on their own territory. The Mongols promised justice to those who surrendered, but they swore destruction to those who resisted. If the people accepted and acted as relatives should by reciprocating the offer of kinship by offering food, then the Mongols would treat them as family members with a guarantee of protection and certain basic familial rights. If they refused, they would be treated as enemies. Genghis Khan's offer to the besieged was as simple as it was horrifying, as when he sent this message to the citizens of Nishapur. Commanders, elders, and commonality, know that God has given me the empire of the earth from the east to the west. Whoever submits shall be spared, but those who resist, they shall be destroyed with their wives, children, and dependents. The same sentiment found expression in many documents of the era. One of the clearest in the Armenian Chronicle that quotes Genghis Khan as saying that it is the will of God that we take the earth and maintain order, to impose Mongol law and taxes, and to those who refused them, the Mongols were obligated to slay them and destroy their place, so that the others who hear and see should fear and not act the same. Some cities surrendered without fighting. Others fought for a few days or weeks, and only the hardiest of defenders held out for more than a few months. Genghis Khan had learned much from his campaigns against the Jurchid cities. Not only how to capture heavily fortified cities, but how to treat them afterward. In particular, how to most efficiently plunder them. He did not want to repeat the mistakes of the chaotic plunder of Zhongdu. In Khorasan, he introduced the new and more efficient system of first emptying the city of all people and animals before beginning to loot, thereby minimizing the danger to his men as they plundered. Before the plundering began, the Mongol warriors followed a similar procedure toward the enemy population in each hostile city. First, they killed the soldiers. The Mongols, dependent on cavalry, had little use for an infantry trained to defend fortress walls, and more important, they did not want to leave a large army of former enemies blocking the route between them and their homeland in Mongolia. They always wanted a clear, open way home. After executing the soldiers, the Mongol officers sent clerks to divide the civilian population by profession. Professional people included anyone who could read and write in any language. Clerks, doctors, astronomers, judges, soothsayers, engineers, teachers, imams, rabbis, or priests. The Mongols particularly needed merchants, cameleers, and people who spoke multiple languages, as well as craftsmen. These workers would be put to use by the Mongols, who themselves practiced no crafts other than war, herding, and hunting. Their growing empire needed skilled workers in almost every service imaginable, including smiths, potters, carpenters, furniture makers, weavers, leather workers, dyers, miners, paper makers, glass blowers, tailors, jewelers, musicians, barbers, singers, entertainers, apothecaries, and cooks. People without occupations were collected to help in the attack on the next city by carrying loads, digging fortifications, serving as human shields, being pushed into moats as fill, or otherwise giving their lives in the Mongol war effort. Those who did not qualify even for these tasks, the Mongol warriors slaughtered and left behind. In Genghis Khan's conquest of Central Asia, one group suffered the worst fate of those captured. The Mongol captors slaughtered the rich and powerful. Under the chivalrous rules of warfare, as practiced in Europe and the Middle East during the Crusades, enemy aristocrats displayed superficial and often pompous respect for one another, while freely slaughtering common soldiers. Rather than kill their aristocratic enemy on the battlefield, they preferred to capture him as a hostage, whom they could ransom back to his family or country. The Mongols did not share this code. To the contrary, they sought to kill all the aristocrats as quickly as possible in order to prevent future wars against them. And Genghis Khan never accepted enemy aristocrats into his army, and rarely into his service in any capacity. Genghis Khan had not always pursued this policy. In the first conquests of the cities of the Jurchid, the Tangut, and the Black Khitan, Genghis Khan had often protected the rich, and even allowed rulers to stay in office after he defeated them. But the Jurchid and the Tangut had betrayed him as soon as his army withdrew. By the time Genghis Khan arrived in the Muslim countries of Central Asia, he had learned his lesson about the loyalty, dependability, and usefulness of the rich and powerful. In his keen awareness of public attitudes and opinions, he also recognized that the common people cared little about what befell the idle rich. By killing the aristocrats, the Mongols essentially decapitated the social system of their enemies and minimized future resistance. Some of the cities never recovered enough to rebuild after the loss of aristocrats on the battlefield or from the annihilation of their families. Genghis Khan wanted office holders who were loyal and indebted to the Mongols alone for their positions of power and prestige. And for this reason, he recognized no titles other than those granted by him. Even an allied prince or king who wished to retain an older title had to have it reconferred on him by the Mongol authorities. In his report on his trip to Mongolia from 1245 to 1247, the papal envoy Giovanni di Plano Carpini complained frequently about the lack of respect that Mongols showed the aristocratic people. The lowest-ranking Mongol could walk in front of visiting kings and queens and speak rudely to them. The fate of the Sultan's mother, who had been the most powerful woman in the empire, showed the Mongol attitude toward aristocratic women. They captured her and killed most members of her court and some 24 members of her family. Then they sent her off to live the remaining decade of her life in ignominious servitude in Mongolia, where she disappeared from history. Such a woman earned no prestige or consideration by virtue of her birth. She, like a captured man, was only as good as her skills, work, and service. When the Mongols passed through a city, they left little of value behind them. In a letter written just after the invasion, the geographer Hakud al-Hamawi, who barely escaped the Mongols, wrote glowingly of the beautiful and luxurious palaces that the Mongols had effaced from off the earth, as lines of writing are effaced from paper. And those abodes became a dwelling for the owl and the raven. And in those places the screech owls answer each other's cries. And in those halls the winds moan. Genghis Khan epitomized ruthlessness in the eyes of the Muslims. Chroniclers of the era attribute to Genghis Khan the highly unlikely statement that the greatest joy a man can know is to conquer his enemies and drive them before him, to ride their horses and take away their possessions, to see the faces of those who were dear to them bedewed with tears, and to clasp their wives and daughters in his arms. Rather than finding such apocalyptic descriptions derogatory, Genghis Khan seemed to have encouraged them. With his penchant for finding a use for everything he encountered, he devised a powerful way to exploit the high literacy rate of the Muslim people, and turned his unsuspecting enemies into a potent weapon for shaping public opinion. Terror, he realized, was best spread not by the acts of warriors, but by the pens of scribes and scholars.
Hi, you
In
guys.
an era before newspapers, the letters of the intelligentsia played a primary role in shaping public opinion, and in the conquest of Central Asia, they played their role quite well.
Hi, you guys. How's it going? I'm just fucking around. Clutter, Celador, have you ever heard the title track from the fan-made Elite musical, I Am Elite? Reading is for dorks. Canis Lupus, how you doing? Disneyland Pimp. This book is called Genghis Khan and the Making of the Modern World. It's not my favorite, and I really don't like the guy who's doing it. It was a mistake, and I will learn every time from now on to play a fucking sample of it before I get it. Because it's like, I like my shit to be very boring, very dry. I don't like it when they're trying to make it entertaining. I just give me the fucking facts. I have an imagination, I'll fill in the blanks. Tonight we have world leader Genghis Gramble, Steve Brule. Yeah. Saito's made me the best tuna salad with saltines, sour cream and onion chips, a little salad, delicious salad, very, very simple. It was just feta on some spinach with a drizzle of olive oil, some balsamic vinaigrette, and just some sugar lightly sprinkled. It was very good. Spinach, yeah.
On Genghis Khan's behalf. The Mongols operated a virtual propaganda machine that consistently inflated the number of people killed in battle and spread fear wherever its words carried. By August 1221, only a year into the campaign, Mongol officials sent their Korean subjects a demand for 100,000 sheets of their famous paper. The volume of paper shows how rapidly Mongol record-keeping was increasing as the size of the empire grew.
Oh,
but
yeah,
the order
Canis?
also symbolized the Mongol emphasis on writing their history. Increasingly, paper was the most potent weapon in Genghis Khan's arsenal. He showed no interest in having his accomplishments recorded or in panegyrics to his prowess. Instead, he allowed people
I am not going to
freely
Cavens.
circulate
You can
the
forget
worst
that.
and most incredible stories about him and the Mongols. From every conquered city, the Mongols sent forth delegations to the other cities to tell them of the unprecedented horrors inflicted by the nearly supernatural abilities of Genghis Khan's warriors. The power of those words can still be felt in the accounts of eyewitnesses recorded by chroniclers such as the historian Ibn al-Athir, who lived through the era of the conquest in Mosul, a city now located in Iraq, but at that time close to but slightly beyond the Mongol campaign. He recorded the accounts of refugees in his book Al-Kamil fi at-Tarikh, known in English as The Perfect History, or The Complete History. At first, Ibn al-Athir seemed disinclined to believe the accounts.
No, I don't want to go there.
Stories
I'm not going
have been
backwards.
related
I'm
to
not
me,
fucking going there.
which the hero can scarcely credit, as to the terror of the Tatars. But he quickly warmed to the retelling. It is said that a single one of them would enter a village or a quarter wherein were many people, and would continue to slay them one after another, none daring to stretch forth his hand against this horseman.
I hate this guy.
From another account,
It's so hard to
he
find
heard
good
that
history narrators.
one
This
of
sounds
them
like someone
took
who
a man
narrated a book I
captive,
read in college. I love sour
but
cream and
had
onion
not
chips,
with
but I had to
him
quit
any
chips
weapon
today.
wherewith to
Why?
kill him. And he said to his prisoner, "Lay your head on the ground and do not move."
Listen to how he's doing a dramatic
did so.
reading. Blah,
And the
blah,
Tatar
blah.
went and fetched his sword and slew him therewith. Each victory released a flood of new propaganda, and the belief in Genghis Khan's invincibility spread. As absurd as the stories appear from a reasoned distance and safety in time, they had a tremendous impact across Central Asia. Ibn al-Athir lamented
Reggie
the
Wolf.
Mongol conquests as the announcement of the death blow of Islam and the Muslims. With a touch of the dramatic, he added, "Oh, would that my mother had not borne me, or that I had died and become a forgotten thing ere this befell." He agreed to write out the gory details only because a number of my friends urged me to set it down in writing. He declared the invasion as the greatest catastrophe and the most dire calamity which befell all men generally and the Muslims in particular, since God Almighty created Adam until
24 units of biowaste. That's what you
now.
want
By
me to do?
comparison, he noted that the worst slaughters in pre-Mongol history had been unleashed upon the Jews. But the attack of the Mongols on the Muslims was worse, because of the toll of Muslims whom they massacred in a single city exceeded all the children of Israel. Lest the reader prove too suspicious, Ibn al-Athir promised details about the Mongol deeds which horrify all who hear of them, and which you shall, please God.
You received a loan to help you cover your current ship. The creditor will take 10%. The loan is 10,000 credits. Maximum loan available is 600,000. Great. Thank you. Right. My reputation has been demoted to neutral. Thank you. Oh, what a fuck up today.
See set forth in full detail in their proper connection. The impassioned rhetoric, however, seems to have been more in order to arouse the fellow Muslims than to accurately chronicle their conquest. Although the army of Genghis Khan killed at an unprecedented rate and used death almost as a matter of policy, and certainly as a calculated means of creating terror, they deviated from standard practices of the time in an important and surprising way. The Mongols did not torture, mutilate, or maim. War during that time was often a form of combat and terror, and other contemporary rulers used the simple and barbaric tactic of instilling terror and horror into people through public torture or gruesome mutilation. In an August 1228 battle with Jalal al-Din, the son of the Sultan, 400 Mongol prisoners fell into enemy hands, and they knew well that they would die. The victors took the Mongol warriors to nearby Isfahan, tied them behind horses, and dragged them through the streets of the city to entertain the city's residents. All the Mongol prisoners were thus killed as public sport and then fed to dogs. Because of this public torture, the Mongols never forgave the civilized people of that city, and it too would eventually pay a price. In another case where a Mongol army lost a battle, the Persian victors killed the captives by driving nails into their heads, the seat of their souls according to Mongol belief. This episode was echoed a century later in 1305, when the Sultan of Delhi turned the deaths of other Mongol prisoners into public entertainment by having them crushed by elephants. He then built a tower from the severed heads of the Mongols who had been killed or captured in battle. Civilized rulers and religious leaders from China to Europe depended upon these gruesome displays to control their own people through fear and to discourage potential enemies through horror. when the Byzantine Christian Emperor Basil defeated the Bulgarians in 1014, he had 15,000 Bulgarian war captives blinded. He left one man out of each 100 with one eye, in order that he might lead the other 99 homeward, and thereby spread the terror. When the Christian Crusaders took cities such as Antioch in 1098 and Jerusalem in 1099, they slaughtered the Jews and Muslims without regard for age or gender, but merely because of their religion. Holy Roman Emperor Frederick Barbarossa, who ranks as one of Germany's greatest historical and cultural heroes, best exemplified the use of terror in the West. When he tried to conquer the Lombard city of Cremona in the north of modern Italy in 1160, he instituted an escalating series of violent acts of terror. His men beheaded their prisoners and played with the heads outside the city walls, kicking them like balls. The defenders of Cremona then brought out their German prisoners on the city walls and pulled their limbs off in front of their comrades. The Germans gathered more prisoners and executed them in a mass hanging. The city officials responded by hanging the remainder of their prisoners on top of the city walls. Instead of fighting each other directly, the two armies continued their escalation of terror. The Germans then gathered captive children and strapped them into their catapults, which were normally used to batter down walls and break through gates. With the power of these great siege machines, they hurled the living children at the city walls. By comparison with the terrifying acts of civilized armies of the era, the Mongols did not inspire fear by the ferocity or cruelty of their acts, so much as by the speed and efficiency with which they conquered, and their seemingly total disdain for the lives of the rich and powerful. The Mongols unleashed terror as they rode east, but their campaign was more noteworthy for its unprecedented military success against powerful armies and seemingly impregnable cities than for its bloodlust or ostentatious use of public cruelty. Those cities that surrendered to the Mongols at first found their treatment so mild and benign in comparison with the horrific stories that circulated that they naively doubted the abilities of the Mongols in other areas as well. After surrendering, a large number of the cities waited obediently until the Mongols had passed well beyond their country and then revolted. Since the Mongols left only a few officials in charge and stationed no military detachment to guard a city, the inhabitants misinterpreted the Mongol withdrawal as weakness and presumed that the main Mongol army would never return that way. For these cities, the Mongols showed no mercy. They returned quickly to the rebels and destroyed them utterly. An annihilated city could not revolt again. One of the worst slaughters was unleashed on the citizens of Omar Khayyam's home city of Nishapur. The residents revolted against the Mongols, and in the ensuing battle, an arrow fired from walls of the city killed Genghis Khan's son-in-law Tokucha. In revenge for the revolt, and as a lesson to other cities, Genghis allowed his widowed daughter, who was pregnant at the time, to administer whatever revenge she wished upon the captured city. She reportedly decreed death for all. And in April 1221, the soldiers carried out her command. According to widely circulated but unverified stories, she ordered the soldiers to pile the heads of the dead citizens in 3 separate pyramids, one each for the men, the women, and the children. Then she supposedly ordered that the dogs, the cats, and all other living animals in the city be put to death, so that no living creature would survive the murder of her husband. The most painful episode for Genghis Khan personally occurred during a battle in the beautiful valley of Bamiyan in Afghanistan, a Buddhist pilgrimage site and home of the largest statues in the world. Ancient devotees had carved giant images of Buddha.
That's
in
a
the
bit
mountainside,
much.
and one can only wonder what the Mongols thought of such large images. During the battle there, an arrow struck and killed young Mutujin,
Uh-oh.
Genghis Khan's favorite grandson.
Oh, no.
Genghis Khan received word of the death before the boy's father Chagatai was informed. Genghis Khan summoned his son, and before telling him what had happened, ordered Chagatai not to weep or mourn. Genghis Khan had cried publicly many times in his life, and at the least provocation. He had cried in fear, in anger, and in sadness. But faced with the death of one whom he loved more than any other, Genghis Khan did not allow himself or his sons to show their pain and anguish through tears or mourning. Whenever faced with great difficulty or personal pain, Genghis Khan funneled it into combat.
He's a real crybaby.
Kill. Don't mourn. He transformed the painful sorrow into a great fury that he poured out over the people of the valley. No one, rich or poor, beautiful or ugly, good or bad, would survive.
Oh, this guy's so dramatic.
The valley was eventually
The book
resettled
is
by
also
Hazara,
too dramatic.
a name that meant 10,000.
Like, shut up.
Who claimed to be descendants from one of Genghis Khan's regiments of that size. While the destruction of many cities was complete, the numbers given by historians over the years were not merely exaggerated or fanciful. They were preposterous.
They were preposterous.
The Persian chronicles reported that at the Battle of Nishapur, the Mongols slaughtered the staggeringly precise number of 1,747,000. This surpassed the 1,600,000 listed as killed in the city of Herat. In more outrageous claims, Jujani, a respectable but vehemently anti-Mongol historian, puts the total for Herat at 2,400,000. Later, more conservative scholars placed the number of dead from Genghis Khan's invasion of Central Asia at 15 million within 5 years. Even this more modest total, however, would require that each Mongol kill more than 100 people. The inflated tallies for other cities required a slaughter of 350 people by every Mongol soldier. Had so many people lived in the cities of Central Asia at the time, they could have easily overwhelmed the invading Mongols. Although accepted as fact and repeated through the generations, the numbers have no basis in reality. It would be physically difficult to slaughter that many cows or pigs, which wait passively for their turn. Overall, those who were supposedly slaughtered outnumbered the Mongols by ratios of up to 50 to 1. The people could have merely run away, and the Mongols would not have been able to stop them. Inspection of the ruins of the cities conquered by the Mongols show that rarely did they surpass a tenth of the population enumerated as casualties.
So this is
The dry desert soils of these areas preserve bones for hundreds and sometimes thousands of years, yet none of them has yielded any trace of the millions said to have been slaughtered by the Mongols.
Beaver, eh?
Genghis Khan would be more accurately described as a destroyer of cities than a slayer of people, because he often razed entire cities for strategic reasons, in addition to revenge or to provoke fear. In a massive, highly successful effort to reshape the flow of trade across Eurasia, he destroyed cities on the less important or more inaccessible routes to funnel commerce into more routes that his army could more easily supervise and control. To stop trade through an area, he demolished the cities down to their very foundations. In addition to the organized destruction of some cities, he depopulated expansive areas of land by the laborious destruction of the irrigation system. Without irrigation, The villagers and farmers left.
Hi, radicals.
And the fields reverted to grazing land. This allowed large areas to be set aside for the herds that accompanied the army and were kept as reserves for future campaigns. Just as when he churned up the agricultural land when he left northern China to return to Mongolia, Genghis Khan always wanted a clear area of retreat or advancement where his army could always find adequate pasturage for the horses and for the other animals on which their success depended. After 4 years of campaigning in Central Asia, Genghis Khan was in his 60s. He was at the height of his power without competition from any rival within his tribe, or threat from any enemy external to it. Yet in contrast to this overwhelming success on the battlefront, his family was already, even before he died, tearing itself apart. Leaving the Mongol homeland in the care of his youngest brother, Temug Ochagin, he had brought all 4 of his sons with him on the Central Asian campaign, where he hoped that they would not only learn to be better warriors, but also how to live and work together. Unlike conquerors who came to think of themselves as gods, Genghis Khan knew clearly that he was mortal, and he sought to prepare his empire for a transition.
Yeah.
In the traditional step, each son in a herding family received some of each kind of animal that the family owned, as well as the use of some portion of the grazing lands. Similarly, Genghis Khan planned to give each son a miniature empire, reflecting, to the degree practical, the diverse holdings of the whole empire. Each son would be the Khan of a large number of people and herds on the steppe, as well as owner of a large section of territory with cities, workshops, and farms in the sedentary zones. Above the other 3, however, one son would be the Great Khan, who would administer the central government, provide a final court of appeal, and, together with the advice of his other brothers, have responsibility for foreign affairs, particularly for making war. The system depended on the ability and willingness of the brothers to work together and to cooperate under the leadership of the Great Khan. Even before he left on the Khorasan campaign, the plan encountered difficulty when, despite the strong taboos against discussing or preparing for death, he summoned a family Hurultai to deal precisely with that subject. The meeting turned into one of the pivotal episodes of Mongol history by bringing together all the rivalries of the past and foreshadowing the way in which his empire would eventually be broken apart. In addition to his sons, Genghis Khan had several of his most trusted men with him to be a part of the discussion, since their agreement and support would also be necessary to guarantee the succession after his death. As the meeting began, the 2 eldest sons, Joch and Chagatai, seemed tensely poised, like steel traps, ready to snap. If Ogodai, the 3rd son, arrived true to character, he would have already had a few drinks and been mildly inebriated, although it seems unlikely that he would have been completely drunk in his father's presence. Tolu, the youngest, remained quiet and seemed to have disappeared into the folds of the tent, while his older brothers dominated center stage. Genghis Khan opened the family Hurultai by explaining the business of selecting a successor. He was quoted as saying that if all my sons should wish to be Khan and ruler, refusing to serve each other, will it not be as in the fable of the single-headed and the many-headed snake? In this traditional fable, when winter came, the snake's competing heads quarreled among themselves and disagreed about which hole was better for them to find refuge in from the cold wind and snow. One head preferred one hole and pulled in that direction, and the other heads pulled in other directions. The other snake, with many tails but only one head, went immediately into one hole and stayed warm throughout the winter, while the snake with many heads froze to death. After explaining the seriousness and importance of the issue, Genghis Khan asked his eldest son, Josh, to speak first on the matter of succession. Order of seating, walking, speaking, drinking, and eating all carry heavy symbolic value among Mongols even today. By setting this order of speaking, the Khan was publicly emphasizing that Joch ranked as his eldest son, and this set him up as the likely successor. If the younger sons accepted this order of speaking, it would be tantamount to accepting Joch's legitimacy and seniority over them. Chagatai, the second son, refused to allow that assumption to pass unstated and untested. Before Joch could answer his father, Chagatai spoke up loudly. When you tell Joch to speak, he defiantly asked his father, "Do you offer him the succession?" Then he blurted out the rhetorical question that was intended as a statement of fact, no matter how much Genghis Khan disagreed, about the suspicious paternity of Joch, who had been born 40 years earlier, but too soon after Bert's rescue from a Medkid kidnap. How could we allow ourselves to be ruled by this bastard son of a Medkid? Demanded Chagatai of his father and brothers. Joch snapped at being called a bastard by his brother. He let loose a scream, lunged across the tent, and seized Chagatai by the collar. The two men pummeled each other in painfully emotional words that were probably spoken by Genghis Khan himself, but which the secret history attributes to an advisor in an effort to preserve the dignity of the Khan. Chagatai was reminded how much his father loved and respected him. The father pleaded, in obviously painful words, with his sons to understand how different things were in the old days, before the boys were born, when terror ruled the steppes, neighbors fought neighbors, and no one was safe. What happened to their mother when she was kidnapped was not her fault. She didn't run away from home. She wasn't in love with another man. She was stolen by men who came to kill. Genghis Khan almost meekly implored his sons to remember that despite the circumstances of their birth, they all sprang from a single hot womb. And that if you insult the mother who gave you your life from her heart, if you cause her love for you to freeze up, even if you apologize to her later, the damage is done. The counselor reminded the sons how hard both parents worked to create their new nation, and he listed the sacrifices that both of them made to make a better world for their sons. After the long, emotional scene, Genghis Khan knew that he could not impose a choice on his
Hot
sons
wombs, guys.
that they would reject after his death.
3, 2,
He had to negotiate a compromise that all of them would be willing to accept. He invoked his limited parental authority by reasserting that he himself accepted Joch as his eldest son,
Josh?
and he commanded his other sons to accept this as fact, and not to repeat suspicions about his paternity again. Chagatai submitted to the command of his father, but made it clear that even in abiding by his edict, words could not make it true. Chagatai grinned and said that the game killed by mouth cannot be loaded onto a horse. Game slaughtered by words cannot be skinned. Outwardly, the sons would all recognize Joch's legitimacy as long as their father lived. But inwardly, they would never do so. Recognizing the legitimacy of Joch as the eldest son, however, did not guarantee him
Hot
succession to
wombs
the office of Great Khan,
in your area.
because such an important office was supposed to be based upon ability and support from the others, not on age. Having incurred so much anger from his father, Chagatai knew the father would not then agree to his taking the office of Great Khan. But he still wanted to prevent Joch from having it.
Well, me too.
So Chagatai offered the family a compromise. which may have been spontaneously conceived or already agreed upon by the younger siblings. He said that neither he nor Joch should become Khan. Instead, the succession should fall to their third brother, the mellow, good-natured, hard-drinking Ogode. With no other option open to him other than war, Joch agreed to this compromise and endorsed Ogode as the successor. Genghis Khan then allotted personal lands and herds to each son by doing what parents always do to quarreling youngsters. He separated Joch and Chagatai. Mother Earth is broad, and her rivers and waters are numerous. Make up your camps far apart.
I think it's all propaganda.
Each of you rules your own kingdom. I'll see to it that you are separated. He then warned the sons not to behave so that people would laugh at or insult them. The Muslim scholars serving at the Mongol court evidenced a tortured difficulty in recording this event, since for them a man's honor rested on his control of the sexuality of the women around him. It was almost inconceivable that a man as powerful as Genghis Khan might have had a son sired by another man, or even be accused of such a thing by his own sons. Unlike the secret history, written by a Mongol and including a full account of the family fight, the first Persian chronicler, Juvayni, wrote the conflict out of his history completely by making the family Hurultai into a gathering of serene decorum and complete unanimity. In his version of events, Genghis Khan delivered a beautiful speech on the admirable qualities of Ogode, and all of his sons agreed. The sons obediently laid the knee of
Exercising
courtesy
womb
upon the root of
control.
fealty and submission, and answered with the tongue of obedience, saying, "Who hath the power to oppose the word of Genghis Khan, and who the ability to reject it?" All Ogode's brothers obeyed his commandment and made a statement in writing. With a little more distance from the original events, Rashid al-Din offered a slightly more honest account, but his manuscript has blanks in crucial places that would impugn the honor of Genghis Khan or his wife. He wrote that, because of blank, the path of unity was trodden upon both sides between them. But the good members of the family never uttered that taunt, but regarded his blank as genuine. Whether the blanks were entered into the original writ by Rashid al-Din or made by later scribes copying it, they show the symbolic and political importance of the issue of Joch's paternity for generations. At the end of the emotionally intense family encounter between Genghis Khan and his sons, it is doubtful that anyone knew how far-reaching the effects of this meeting would be. In this family Hurultai, the victors had just carved up the world in a way that would presage the Vienna Congress following the Napoleonic Wars, the Versailles Conference after World War I, and the meetings of the World War II allies at Yalta and Potsdam. Although repeatedly mentioned in the family conference, Bort was absent, but presumably still alive. It is not known if she heard of what went on among her sons, and no reliable information exists on exactly what happened to her. Oral tradition maintains that during this time she continued to live in the beautiful steppe at Avraga on the Herlin River, only a few days' ride from where she and her husband had lived in the first days of their marriage. She likely died there, or in the vicinity, sometime between 1219 and 1224. The unpleasant episode cast a pall over the remaining years of Genghis Khan's life, and particularly over the Central Asian campaign. The fighting among his sons made him keenly aware of how much work he needed to do to preserve the empire after his death. His sons did not match up to the needs of the empire. While pursuing his great quest to unite the steppe tribes and conquer every threat around him, He had never devoted the attention he should have to his sons, and now they were all reaching middle age and were still unproven men. In his mistrust of his own relatives and his lifelong reliance on his companions and friends from youth, he had not built a working relationship among his own sons, nor trained them to replace him. Throughout his final years of life, Genghis Khan sought, without success, to mend the relations between Joch and Chagatai by assigning them to a joint campaign against the city of Urgench, a former capital of the Sultan south of the Aral Sea. The tension seething between the two brothers nearly erupted into fighting against each other during the siege. Both brothers knew that the city would belong to Joch as a part of his patrimony, and because of this, they could not agree on the tactics to conquer it. Joch suspected that because Urgench would belong to him, his brother was trying to destroy it utterly. Chagatai in turn suspected that Joch's greed made him want to protect the buildings and structures of the city, even at the risk of killing more Mongol soldiers. Whereas most cities had fallen in a matter of days or weeks, the Mongol conquest of Urgench required an unprecedented 6 months. The city's defenders fought fiercely. Even after the Mongols broke through the city walls, the defenders continued to fight from house to house. Uncomfortable with fighting in the claustrophobic confines of a nearly destroyed city, the Mongols set fires to burn down the city. The defenders continued fighting from the charred ruins. Finally, the Mongols built a dam, diverted the river, and flooded the city, thereby killing the remaining warriors and destroying nearly everything in it. Urgench never rose again. And although allotted to Joch, nothing remained there for him and his descendants to rule over. Angry with the quarreling between his sons, Genghis Khan summoned them, momentarily ostracized them by refusing to admit them to the court. Then, when he finally admitted them, alternately berated, scolded, and pleaded with them. More conversations and quotes survive from this phase of Genghis Khan's life than any other, and they show a growing concern but lessening power to control his family. After too long a neglect of their education, he tried to teach his sons everything at once, and in doing so, he struggled to articulate lessons he had learned and ideas he had but had not verbalized clearly. He was accustomed to giving orders, not making explanations. He tried to teach them that the first key to leadership was self-control, particularly the mastery of pride, which was something more difficult, he explained, to subdue than a wild lion, and anger, which was more difficult to defeat than the greatest wrestler. He warned them that if you can't swallow your pride, you can't lead. He admonished them never to think of themselves as the strongest or smartest. Even the highest mountain had animals that step on it, he warned. When the animals climb to the top of the mountain, they are even higher than it is. In keeping with the laconic Mongol traditions, he warned his sons not to talk too much. Only say what needs to be said. A leader should demonstrate his thoughts and opinions through his
Thank you, Papa
actions,
Duchans. Great to
not
see you.
through his words. He can never be happy until his people are happy. He stressed to them the importance of vision, goals, and a plan. Without the vision of a goal, a man cannot manage his own life, much less the lives of others. He told them. Some thoughts seemed to contradict others. As much as he emphasized the
there's
importance
no way I'm
of
going back
seizing
all the way there.
mantle of leadership, he seemingly sought
There's
to
no way
impart
I'm going back
cautious
there. Fuck
conservatism,
that. That's ridiculous.
in that the vision should never stray far from the teaching of the elders. As he explained it, the old tunic, or deal, fits better and is always more comfortable. It survives the hardships of life in the bush, while the new or untried deal is quickly torn. In keeping with his own sober manner and simple style of living, Genghis Khan warned them against the pursuit of a colorful life with material frivolities and wasteful pleasures. It will be easy, he explained, to forget your vision and purpose once you have fine clothes, fast horses, and beautiful women. In that case, you will be no better than a slave, and you will surely lose everything. In one of his most important lessons, he told his sons that conquering an army is not the same as conquering a nation. You may conquer an army with superior tactics and men, but you can conquer a nation only by conquering the hearts of the people.
Why does it want me to go back?
As idealistic as that sounded, he followed with the even more practical advice that even though the Mongol Empire should be one, the subject people should never be allowed to unite as one. People conquered on different sides of a lake should be ruled on different sides of the lake. Like so many of his teachings, this too would be ignored by his sons and their successors. The Mongol conquest stopped at the city of Multan, in the center of modern-day Pakistan, in the summer of 1222, the year of the horse. After descending from the mountains of Afghanistan onto the plains of the Indus River earlier that year, Genghis Khan had considered conquering all of northern India, circling around south of the Himalayas and heading north across the Sung territory of China. Such a plan well suited the Mongol sensibility that one should never return by exactly the same route that one came. However, the geography and climate stopped him. As soon as the Mongols left the dry and colder region of the mountains, both warriors and horses weakened and grew sick. Even more alarming, the Mongol bows that were so well adapted to the extreme cold and heat of the steppe homeland also weakened in the damp air and seemed to lose the powerful accuracy that made the Mongol warrior such a dreaded shot. Facing these obstacles, Genghis Khan headed back into the mountains in February. And despite the tremendous loss of lives among the prisoners who cleared the snow-filled passes, he took his army to more comfortable and colder terrain. He left behind 2 Tumen, some 20,000 men, to continue the India campaign. But by summer, illness and heat had so depleted their ranks that the survivors withdrew and limped back to the benign and healthful environment of Afghanistan. Despite the aborted invasion of India, the campaign had achieved its main goals of conquering the Khorasan Empire and bringing Central Asia and much of the Middle East under Mongol control. Before leaving the newly conquered lands, Genghis Khan called for a celebration that featured what was probably the largest hunt in history.
This is what I should do is
during months of
I should just get 20 light years out from Ross 446, add Leonis. I could easily do that. Do they have a shipyard here? No. Ross 446. I mean, that might be what to do, you know, just to be like, is just truck it out, is just go and then sell. That's probably right? And just fuck it. Like, I have to make the best of this already because I already fucked it up. So just go 20 out. Where's 20 out? Let's just see. What's 20 out? That's 10 out. That's 13. So you want me to... Okay. So you want me to really get out of here. Fuck. Where does that put me in the power play? No play special. Then let's just do that. Let's just go. Let's just fuck it. Let's not fuck around with the missions and just go 20 out. And we'll where now is that? See, yeah, let's just do that. Like, yeah, can we just plot that route? Great. Let's go. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of all this stupid ass shit. All right.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
Okay.
Cannot comply.
Of preparation during the winter of 1222 to 1223, his men cordoned off a large area by planting posts in the ground and stringing long pieces of horsehair twine between them. They hung strips of felt on the twine, and when the wind blew, as it almost always did, it frightened the animals away from the edges and toward the center of the area. At the appointed time, different armies began to converge on the area from different directions. Tens of thousands of soldiers took part in the ensuing hunt, which lasted for several months. They bagged all manner of animals, from rabbits and birds to large herds of gazelle, antelope, and wild asses. The hunt was part celebration, but it also seemed an effort to use the conviviality of the hunts and the entertainment that followed them to mellow relations among his sons, soothe over the hot-headed anger of the battlefield, and end the campaigns on a cooperative note, still smarting from the wounds inflicted by his brothers, and apparently alienated from his father as well. George, the most beloved of the sons, claimed to be ill and refused to come even when summoned by direct order of Genghis Khan. Relations between the father and son nearly erupted into armed conflict. Supposedly ill Judge had organized rival hunts in a celebration for his men. The father and son never met again. Instead of returning to Mongolia, Judge stayed in the newly conquered territory. He would soon die there, leaving as much mystery surrounding his death as his birth. The timing of his death, while his father still lived, sparked rumors that Genghis Khan may have killed Judge in order to ensure political peace among his sons and for the Mongol.
Genghis might have killed Josh? Hey, funny
As
buddy.
with so many parts of Mongol history, only the rumors survived, without convincing.
I wouldn't have been able to jump this, by the way. I would not have been able to jump
Despite
this
the tensions within
had I not
Genghis
cleared out
Khan's
my
family,
inventory. So I've done
for
one
most
thing
Mongols,
right today. I did
the
one thing
victorious
right.
return of the army marked a high point in their lives. The triumphant spirit of the group hunt continued throughout the long trek back to Mongolia, where the mood of pride and success erupted in a joyous homecoming and victory celebration.
Thank you, Spong.
Or Nadam. Long caravans of captives preceded the main part of Genghis Khan's army. For nearly 5 years, a steady flow of camel caravans lumbered out of the Muslim lands, carrying packs of looted goods to Mongolia, where the population eagerly awaited each load of exotic luxuries. Mongol girls, who had spent their days milking goats and yaks when the army left, soon wore garments of silk and gold, while their newly acquired servants milked the animals for them. Old people, who had rarely seen metal in their childhood,
You
cut
gotta be
meat
kidding
with
me. We're
knives
not
of
jumping to
engraved
Tamada.
Damascus
You gotta be
steel
fucking
set
kidding me.
in handles of
Are you
sculpted
serious?
ivory, and
Oh
they
my
served
God.
Irak from silver bowls while their musicians sang to them. Although Genghis Khan was once again in the land that he loved, he could hardly
Frameshift
stop to
drive
rest
charging.
before setting out on another campaign. Perhaps knowing that he was nearing the end of his life, he did not have time to stop. Or perhaps he realized that his empire depended upon constant conquest.
3,
If he caused factions threatened to rip the empire apart. Probably even more pressing, his followers had grown dependent on a steady flow of goods. They would not willingly return to the simple goods of the child. In order to feed this voracious appetite, he had to move on to new conquests. He launched the final campaign in his long life against the Tangut, the first foreign enemies he had invaded in 1207, the year following the creation of the Mongol Empire. Despite their initial surrender, Genghis Khan had nourished a lingering grudge against their Khan for refusing to furnish troops for the Khorasan invasion. The Tangut king.
Oh, I can't believe we're on our way to Lalande. Bullshit!
Khorasan alone, then he should not go to war. Although irritated, Genghis Khan kept his immediate focus
We could have
on
made
the
money.
Khorasan
We could have made money. We're an idiot.
But once finished with it, he turned back toward the king.
2,
As he again moved his arms, he almost certainly had plans for yet one more major campaign in which the Tangut War would only be an opening move. He probably intended to secure
A completely
base in
unsatisfying day.
and then move on south toward the final
An unsatisfying
Sun
day.
Dynasty.
Just pure frustration in space today.
He had left fighting in northern
Pure,
China when he
pure,
invaded Khorasan.
pure frustration in space today,
During
you
the
guys.
winter of 1226 to 1227, while en route across the Gobi to make war on the Tangut, Genghis Khan paused to hunt wild horses. He rode a reddish-gray horse that shied when the wild horses charged him, and the skittish horse threw the great Khan to the ground. Despite internal injuries, a raging fever, and the concerned advice of his wife Yesu, Genghis Khan refused to return home and instead pressed on with the Tangut campaign. Although his health never recovered after the fall, he continued the campaign against the Tangut king, whose name, by an odd coincidence, was Burkhan, which meant God, as in the sacred mountain, Burkhan Haldun.
ready to engage.
The name was so sacred to Genghis Khan.
We're listening to
that
an
once he
audiobook.
defeated the Tangut, he ordered that the king's name be changed before he was executed. 6 months later, and only a few days before the final victory over the Tangut, Genghis Khan died. The secret history states clearly that he died of the stomach. But although the text describes in great detail each horse that he rode, it falls suddenly silent regarding the circumstances of his death. Other sources maintain that when death finally arrived, his Tatar wife Yesu prepared the body for burial in a simple way, befitting the manner in which Genghis Khan had lived. Attendants cleaned and dressed the body in a plain white robe, felt boots, and a hat, then wrapped it in a white felt blanket filled with sandalwood.
He's dead, guys.
The valuable aromatic wood that repelled insects and infused the body with a pleasant perfume. They bound the felt coffin with 3 golden straps. On the 3rd day, a procession set out toward Mongolia with the great Khan's body on a simple cart. The spirit banner of Genghis Khan led the mourners, followed by a woman shaman, and behind her followed a horse with a loose bridle and Genghis Khan's empty saddle. It is difficult to imagine what kind of image Genghis Khan thought he was leaving to the world. Only a small hint of how he saw himself can be found in the chronicle of Minhaj al-Siraj Juzjani, who called Genghis Khan accursed and described his death as his descent into hell. Yet Juzjani recorded a conversation that an imam claimed to have had with the infamous Khan. The card served in Genghis Khan's court, and at least according to his own personal claim, became a special favorite of the Mongol Khan. One day, during a conversation, Genghis Khan supposedly said, "A mighty name will remain behind me in the world."
Whoa!
With some hesitation, the Imam told Genghis Khan that he was killing so many people that there might not be anyone left to remember his name.
Whoa! Whoa!
Khan did not like this response and told the cleric, "It has become evident to me that you do not possess complete understanding, and that your comprehension is but small. There are many kings in the world," he explained to the learned man. In reference to his future reputation, he added that there are many more people in other parts of the world, and many more sovereigns and many more kingdoms.
I'm trying to get this damn
Genghis Khan confidently
navigational
declared,
beacon. Snurble, we've had a terrible day. A terrible day.
We find an unusual and more informative glimpse into the mind of Genghis Khan and into his image of himself near the end of his life, which survives in the text of a letter Genghis Khan sent to a Taoist monk in China, a copy of which was
System
made by
data
some of the old monk's
downloaded.
followers.
Okay, so we're good, right?
Unlike the secret history, which mostly records deeds and spoken words, this letter recorded Genghis Khan's analysis of himself.
It's awful, Snurble.
Although the letter is available
how he
to
started
us
the
only
day.
in the form written in classical Chinese by a scribe, almost certainly one of the Khitan traveling with the Mongol court.
It
The
was
sentiments
unbelievable
and
lunch.
perceptions
Best
of
tuna
Genghis
salad
Khan
I've ever
come out
eaten. It was
quite
so
clearly
good.
in the document.
It was so good.
His voice comes through.
You
as
guys
simple,
don't, when you're making
clear,
tuna salad,
and
use
informed by
parsley
common sense.
and dill.
He ascribed
And don't
the
be
fall of his enemies
don't be nervous
more to
about
their
using too
own
much.
lack
Like a
of
good
ability
pinch of both.
than to his
Olive
superior
oil,
prowess.
mayo, mustard.
I have not myself distinguished qualities.
Oh my God, it was so good.
He said
A
that
little bit of
the eternal
apple
blue
cider
sky
vinegar.
had condemned the civilizations around him because of their haunt.
Sorry for anybody who was listening to that. I'll rewind for you.
Chapter 3. War.
Oh
Chapter
my
4. Chapter 5. Sultan versus Khan. War, for the nomadic people, was a sort of production. For the warriors, it meant success and riches. Sechin Jagjit. Essays in Mongolian Studies. Genghis Khan set out to the west, heading Chapter 5. People, as they conquered, son in a herding family received some of each kind of animal that after his death. He had to negotiate a compromise agreement that all of them. The father pleaded, in obviously painful words, with his sons to understand how different things were in the old days, before the boys were born, when terror ruled the steppes, neighbors fought neighbors, and no one was safe. What happened to their mother when she was kidnapped was not her fault. She didn't run away from home. She wasn't in love with another man. She was stolen by men who came to kill. Genghis Khan almost meekly implored his sons to remember that despite the circumstances of their birth, they all sprang from a single hot womb.
All right, so this is what
And that
we're supposed to just
if you
stare at
insult
it.
the mother who gave you your life
We
from her
stare
heart,
at it, and then we just
if
wait.
you cause her love for you to
Wait for
freeze
that guy to come and kill us.
even if you apologize to her later, the damage is done.
What do we do, guys? We just.
The counselor reminded the sons how hard both parents worked to create their new nation. And he listed the sacrifices that both of them made.
Am I
to
just
make a
staring
better
at
world
it,
for
you
their
guys?
sons. After the long, emotional scene, Genghis Khan knew that he could not impose a choice on his sons that they would reject after his death.
How can I tell?
He had to negotiate a compromise agreement that all of them would be willing to accept. He invoked his limited parental authority by reasserting that he himself accepted George as his eldest son, and he commanded his other sons to accept this as fact, and not to repeat suspicions about his paternity again. Chagatai submitted to the command of his father,
All right.
but made it clear that even in abiding by his edict, rules could not be fulfilled. Chagatai grinned and said that the game killed by mouth cannot be loaded onto a horse. Game slaughtered by words cannot be skinned. Outwardly, the sons would all recognize Josh's legitimacy as long as their father lived.
Josh?
But inwardly, they would never do so. Recognizing the legitimacy of Josh as the eldest son, however, did not guarantee him the succession to the office of Great Khan, because such an important office was supposed to be based upon ability and support from the others, not on age. Having incurred so much anger from his father, Chagatai knew that the father would not then agree to his taking the office of Great Khan, but he still wanted to prevent Josh from having it. So Chagatai offered the family a compromise, which may have been spontaneously conceived or already agreed upon by the younger siblings. He said that neither he nor Josh should become Khan. Instead, the succession should fall to their third brother, the mellow, good-natured, hard-drinking Ogode.
That's good.
With no other option open to him other than war, Josh agreed to this compromise and endorsed Ogode as the successor. Genghis Khan then allotted personal lands and herds to each son by doing what parents always do to quarreling youngsters. He separated Josh and Chagatai. Mother Earth is broad, and her rivers and waters are numerous. Make up your camps far apart, and each of you rules your own kingdom. I'll see to it that you are separated. He then warned the sons not to behave so that people would laugh at or insult them. The Muslim scholars serving at the Mongol court evidenced a tortured difficulty in recording this event, since for them a man's honor rested on his control of the sexuality of the women around him.
Oh, we did this.
It was almost inconceivable that a man as powerful as Genghis Khan might have had a son sired by another man, or even be accused of such a thing by his own sons. Unlike the secret history, written by a Mongol and including a full account of the family fight, the first Persian chronicler, Juvayni, wrote the conflict out of his history completely by making the family Hurultai into a gathering of serene decorum and complete unanimity. In his version of events,
so
Genghis
none of these
Khan
places
delivered a
have,
beautiful
like,
speech on the admirable qualities of Ogode, and all of his sons agreed. The sons obediently laid the knee of courtesy upon the group of fealty and submission and answered with the tongue of obedience, saying, "Who hath the power to oppose the word of Genghis Khan, and who the ability to reject it?"
The circular
All
station
Ogode's
will.
brothers obeyed his commandment and made a statement in writing.
This one right here?
With a little more distance from the original events, Rashid al-Din offered a slightly more honest account, but his manuscript has blanks in
Where's the
crucial
circular
places
one?
that would impugn the honor of Genghis Khan or his wife. He wrote that
one will?
Because of blank, the path of unity was trodden upon both sides between them.
What's the difference?
But the good
How
members of
did
the
you?
family
What does that
never
mean?
uttered that taunt, but regarded his blank as genuine.
So,
whether the blanks were entered into the original work by Rashid al-Din or made by later scribes copying it, they show the symbolic and political importance of the
I can't
issue of
believe
Josh's
that I
paternity for
didn't
generations.
pick up that bounty, because now here I am.
At the end of the emotionally unsettling encounter between Genghis Khan and his sons, it is doubtful that anyone knew how far-reaching the effects of this meeting would be. In this family Hurultai, the victors had just carved up the world.
The rounded triangles
in a way
are
that would
player
presage
crucial. The circle is a
Vienna
space
Congress
dot,
following
and the
the
weird left
Napoleonic
L
Wars,
shape are smaller
the
stations.
Versailles Conference after World War I, and the meetings of the World War II allies
So,
at Yalta
help
and
me,
Potsdam.
help me, Cao Cao. When I'm looking at the maps here, when I'm looking at these maps right here, this one right here. So is that a weird L thing? Is that what you mean? And oh, I don't want to do that. I want Jesus. No, go back here. Did I just miss it? The circle is the big main one in the system. That's a smaller station. The weird L things, with the left L shape. Okay. How can I? All right. Even if it says, what does it mean by disabled facilities? And does it have, like right here? I click on it, right? And then it's like, Parastock, and look, it doesn't, where does it say if I can land and trade? Where does it say that? It's in the facilities, it says nothing. The faction might be at war? Oh, that's what that, okay. That I might be at war with them, like I'm not on good terms with them. Yes, cannabis. Yeah, like a bathroom. Yes, it is. Well, the faction running it might be at war with someone else, or probably not. No, right. Okay. It was an amazing tuna salad, but best tuna salad I've ever made. Advocacy. I don't know. I don't know what you mean. Might be at war.
DLAC Golf Romeo Alpha. This is an independent Star System commander. Request docking permission prior to touching down. Position authorized. Cleared for landing on docking bay 3-6.
Where is 36? That says 36. Is that it right there? Yeah, that's it. I thought it was 38. Oh my god.
Attention, do not obstruct landing pads, Commander.
Oh god. What a nightmare. I'm always embarrassing myself in these places. What they must think of me.
Warning, landing gear not deployed.
Oh my god. Hey, Trusty Patches, how are you? Great to see you. I think we're about ready to call it for a day. It's been a really unsuccessful and very, very disappointing day. It's 36. I'm right here. 36. Now, I believe, yeah, it's right over there, right? So. Come on, you asshole. Where is it? Oh my god. Easy. Easy does it. Easy does it. Easy down now. Good. Easy down. Yeah, just like that. Easy does it. Just like that. Easy does it. That's right. Just like...
Main fuel tank drained.
Perfect.
Touchdown confirmed.
Perfect.
System shut down.
What you can Trusty Patches, man. Okay. Hey, Trusty Patches, are you familiar with the show? It's a Friday night. I'm not even sure what is going on. Oh, is that Trusty Patches? It's like you're ready to die every time you park your car. Okay, guys. What a disastrous round today. We did basically nothing. It's just embarrassing. It's absolutely embarrassing. Let's see if we have any maps we can sell them to pay off our debts. I don't think so. Is it possible? Do we have any? Oh my God. Look, we do. We can. Oh my God, you guys, we actually can do this. Yeah, there are actually services. Are there? Yeah, there are. Thank God. Oh my God. I just sold all that data, right? It's good, right? How much money do I have? Oh, good. I can play. Yes. Can I pay off my loan? Where's my fucking loan? Loan. Can I pay off my loan, please? How you doing, guys? I'm winning. No bounties, no... okay, yeah, so where are my loans? How do I pay off my loan? Authority should have it? Oh, this is great. I wonder where it is, guys. I'm so glad I got that money. That makes me feel a little better. And does it have a shipyard? Yeah, it's got a shipyard, so we can get our ship sent to us. Ship transfer, yeah. Yes. Transfer it. It's on its way? Great. And then what about my stored modules? Or get them sent here. I want a complete fucking restart here. Internet says the loan will pay off itself at 10% out of time. Okay. Thanks, Cow. I appreciate that. And then what? And then yeah, let's look at our outfitting and stored modules and get those sent here to us. Transfer to this location. Yeah, I'll do it. I want everything here. I want a complete restart next time I get on this game. I'm so fucking tired of getting delayed. I can't believe I just did all that without a fuel scoop. I'm gonna want all my limpets because I want my ship, one of my ships, to be a little speedy rescue guy who goes and salvages and helps, and then I want the other one to be just for freight purposes. I want to start getting reputation and influence, and I want to start building my way towards my master, Lee Yong-Ru. I want to prove myself worthy. I want to go into areas with favorable business situations and favorable, all that kind of stuff. And I want all of this shit close to me. I want it here. Here. Bring it to me. Bring it now. Great. It's all excellent. No automatic landing controller, cow, no, because I want that internal optional module slot free so I can have it there. Be so happy to help with questions if you want next time you're on. Oh, Trusty Patches, yeah. Hey, Trusty Patches, let's give you a little tour of what we do here normally on a Friday night. It's such a nice thing to have you. So let's kick off the show and say goodbye to everybody while we say hello to a new friend who can only be described as Trusty Patches. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please say hello to my good friend Trusty Patches? I would like to say hello to Trusty Patches in a way that's deeply rooted in who I am as a man. Thank you very much. I also would like to, but I'm not sure if I can say it as poetic as you. That's the thing about when BWLV, Papa Duchen's Canis, it's very difficult to match my auspiciousness if you want to.
What? Relax in
to a Friday night, what can only be described, really, when it comes down to it, you guys. We're live. Yeah, we're live on a Friday night. Nothing bad can happen. I think I just found my voice. You think you just found it? Ladies and gentlemen, he just found his voice. Now, what do we know about Genghis Khan? What do we know? Can I get a little bit of clarification? Turn my earphones up, Paul. No, they're not on. Turn my earphones up. Turn it up. He had a son named Josh. Guys, he had a son named Josh. Ladies and gentlemen, if you take anything away from today, he had a son named Josh. Are we live? He had a son named Josh. Guys, write everything down you learned about Genghis. Guys, if we walk away learning about anything about Genghis Khan, he had a son named Josh. He hung out with Gigante, and he rolled it under the couch. And there were wombs. There were wombs for days. He liked warm wombs. He liked warm wombs, hot. Efficacy. There was Josh Hartnett and Genghis Khan. Let me rock you. Let me rock you, Genghis Khan. Let me rock you. He died. A horse overthrew him. He died. Genghis Khan and his son Josh hung out with Gigante. Oh, the wombs were hot as fuck back then. Oh.
I hate to break it to you, baby, but one more time. Hate to break it to you, baby, just one more. Honey, it's a Friday night. Nothing bad can happen, baby. I won't even put up a fight on a Friday night for you. For you. Please. Everybody knows his name when he walks down the street, walking from a bar to a bank, baby, back to the Applebee's where he likes those Jack Daniels special apps every morning, time to night breakfast burrito, a breakfast burrito, B-W-O-B with a sweater curly and a sock bobbing, kind of stupid sounding efficacy and a sweater kind of bleed. Shout out to your friend Josh, he may be Genghis Khan's son. Genghis in a fake Genghis, baby, big Genghis on a Friday. And I couldn't eat a cold one Friday.
Nothing bad can happen on a Friday night, anonymous boobs. Great to see you, Funny Bunny, Spock Bobbin. Put it on the roof. I disagree completely. Efficacy disagrees completely. Well, Windbag, you finally did it. What? You finally made it worth everyone's while. 3.5 hours into it. I didn't think you had it in you. Oh, that's me, actually. Oh, I feel it in my bones. I feel it in my bones. Should we do our best? Mark Rylance. You are just without any class to your whole life. How am I supposed to know Mark Rylance' wife died? Is that a thing? Did that happen? Did they? Don't applaud, guys. Guys, how does... Guys, I'm not a European. I don't know what's going on in Europe news. All right, well, maybe just a quick Google before you go live. What, just a quick Google? Maybe just a quick Google before you go live next time. How about that? Would you guys like that? I can't just do a quick Google before I go live. Europeans all crowding around their big notice board.
Take what you want in addition to what you thought you would leave with. Add something for me. Just leave my name at the door. Tell my name is credit. It's great credit in these parts. Just give them my name. Give them my name. Oh, don't you know my name?
Give them my name. Give them my name. My name. My name. My name. Give them my name. My name. My name. My name. My name. My name.
I'm not around these parts. Just take it on credit. Just give them my name. My name. My name.
Give them my name. It's my name. It's my name. Just give them my name. Just give them my name. It's my name. You name. My name. You name.
I'm rather known in these parts. I'm kind of a big deal. I'm a real go-getter. Oh, just give them my name. That should do it.
My name, boy. Just give them my name. My name, boy. Just give them my name. My name, just give them my name. My name.
All right, you guys, we can do it. We can do it if we all just put our minds to it. So get your numbers in chat just to know we can do it. Just put your mind to it. You know my name, look up my number. Oh, 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 oh.
Just give them my name, you guys, and they should do it. You put your mind to it. 853446122 227 227. Just give them my name. 680-241-04233. I just fried it all over myself. 846122227 22227 46 69 44 58 9 44 69 4244 46589 4469 4658 464589 222734714687 90210 213910 563 65589